Yan Diomande to Real Madrid. Here we go. And we're going to actually get into it now. You know what I'm saying? We're actually going to get into it. I was just doing the stream. We had some stuff about 100 plus million, blah, 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 blah. But then Fabrizio Romano dropped the here we go. And let's talk about it because a few clubs are missed out, especially, you know, Liverpool. And now we're going to see where is this going to go? Where's this going to go for them? Are they going to end up going for Barcola, which is something I read earlier? I'm not saying that that's reliable, but listen, at the end of the day, those are the things that can happen. But before we get into it, make sure you are liking and subscribing to the channel. Drop your comments below. Let us know what you think. But let's get into it. Hold on. There you go. 7:56. So that's like 10 minutes ago, just over 10 minutes ago. And you got breaking Yan Diomande to Real Madrid. Here we go. Agreement closed tonight with Leipzig's fee. Leipzig will fee over 100 million euro for the Ivorian winger. So they haven't told us exactly what the number is, but over 100 million. Diomande will fly to Real Madrid this week for the medical test and contract signing until June 2031. You know what I mean? They're not like Chelsea, bro. They can't give you a contract until 2032, 33. You know what I'm saying? You're only getting it to 31. Now, will this mean that there's going to be a different something actually happen with Vinny, or is Vinny going to get his contract extension and just stay, which I think is the likely thing to happen? I don't see him getting moved on unless he really wants to leave. But from what we heard, he wants to stay, and he essentially wants a certain number for his contract. Whether he gets that, whether he wins that battle with Don Perez, do you get me? That's a story for another day. But that's, you got him, yeah? So they managed to get him. I don't know, like 100 million euros for Yan Diomande. I don't know. I've been saying it in my stream earlier. I think it's worth like 45, maybe 50 max. 19-year-old comes from the German league. Like, and this, I don't know, man. I just sense that this brother, he might look Real Madrid. He might end up going there. Could it be too much for him? Could the pressure be too much? Like, there's all these stories, innit? Look, I'm happy for a brother to go Real Madrid. Yeah, I prefer, I like Barcelona more. That's just because I grew up on the, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on the Messi, Ronaldinho, that kind of stuff. I like that. That was just more me. But I like seeing a fellow brother go to a big club, go to Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. I hear that. Like, I'm happy for him in that aspect. But at the end of the day, I don't know, financial wise. If you're gonna ask me about the financials, I don't know. There's still a question mark about him. I don't think he performed really well. Some people made it to be in the World Cup, but then again, he wasn't really playing for one of the big nations. He was playing for Ivory Coast, and that's not me putting down Ivory Coast. I'm just saying it's not like he had the best players around him and he didn't perform. On top of that, I just think a lot of people are paying so much money for speed demons, bro. If he's quick, he's great. That's how they look at it. And I just don't think, that that's necessarily the right thing. Do you know what I'm saying? 100 million, the pressure on him to perform is going to be from day dot. This Real Madrid, you mess up the first day, you're going to see the handkerchiefs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is not, it's not that easy. So obviously, he's going to go over. One of the reasons they signed him is because they knew they started realizing they can't get Elise. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying from the beginning. They're going to use Elise and all these other names to sort out the election. Once they get past the election, they were going to end up getting other players. And look, they got him. Now, some of the other players that they managed to get, obviously Bernardo Silva, Cucurella, Dumfries, and I don't know if I missed Konate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them on freeze. And I think they paid 50 million euros for Cucurella, if I'm not mistaken. So 100 million for Diomande is another one now, just over 100 million euros. Are they going to make any other signings? Is there going to be, if are they still going to get a Rodri? There's so many, these moves that are happening at Madrid now in terms of the Rodris that hasn't been done yet, but if that gets done, the Diomande, like those things are going to cause a lot of other dominoes in the other parts of other clubs, because Liverpool were so focused on Diomande. He's gone. Now they're looking at a Barcola. He could stay. If Arsenal end up getting Vinny or don't get Vinny, could that mean that Arsenal go for a Barcola? Which then means what are Liverpool going to do? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different pieces of puzzles. If Rodri goes to Real Madrid, does that mean that Real Madrid end up going for Enzo Fernandez? Like, the pieces of puzzles, the dominoes, the effects, and all that kind of whatever you want to call it, the things that can happen from these signings, yeah, is something that's still gonna leave the transfer window wide open for people to see what could happen. But like, for me, I wouldn't call it a great signing. Look, he's a young player with potential. You obviously hope a player goes and succeeds. Obviously not our rivals, and hopefully don't score against us. But we're not in the Champions League. But other than that, he's one of those where hopefully he can be someone that spices up the Champions League when you watch it as a neutral. Do you know what I'm saying? And if Arsenal go far, hopefully he's someone that scores the dagger against them. You know what I mean? That's all it is. But other than that, I'm not that fussed. It's just a big signing, but is this enough to actually pip Real Madrid over Barcelona or get them close the gap, or even pip them over? I don't think so. Maybe a Rodri could make a change for them, but they've got good enough. They got good level signings, but are they gonna have to start getting rid of players as well, like a Chouameni? Do you know what I'm saying? Because they signed him up with an extension, thinking Rodri's not available, and now they're thinking of getting Rodri. So like, there's so many aspects. I just think that with this signing specifically, and I think what I've seen throughout this window, I think that when teams are being proactive, when teams are being persistent, they're getting their signings done, bro. The people that really want to get the signings done are getting signings done. So like, with Chelsea, they just went, got the Morgan Rogers deal done, and it also paying up. Do you know what I'm saying? That also obviously plays a big do you know what I'm saying? Plays a big part. So I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, for me, like I said, overpaid. Yeah, for someone like a Diomande, I think he's 19 years old, 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I just think you've overpaid. 100 million is a lot of money. Pressure's a lot. And I never thought I'd see the time where like regular players or players for the future are going for 100 million, bro. Like, easy. Not even thinking about it. I even said I didn't think Morgan Rogers was worth 100, and that was pounds. So it's a lot of money. But like I said, man, we'll have to end up seeing what the signing does, whether it's for Madrid and all that. We'll have to kind of assess it throughout the period. Obviously, he's going to be playing, and I think even Mourinho wanted him at Real Madrid. We'll see whether they'll close the gap. I don't really see it yet, but maybe I'm wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think about the signing. Do you know what I'm saying? Is he going to be, do you know what I'm saying, better than Semenyo? Because remember, I've been calling him slim past Semenyo. Or is he going to be worse than Madueke? Do you know what I'm saying? Let us know. Do you know what I mean? In the comment section below. Would it have been better if they just signed Madueke instead? Or, like, bro, you know me, I'm just going to make jokes out of this. But look, at the end of the day, they managed to get it done. If Liverpool were that desperate for him, they couldn't get it done, because we've also seen that. If I switch over to the other side, man like Indy Kyla dropped this earlier as well. He said that we understand Liverpool made an official bid for Barcola, 105 million euro with add-ons, total 120 million euros. They if they wanted the other players, so they could have dropped the money on for Diomande. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this could be the same or just about money that is similar to what they wanted for. But I'm pretty sure we heard that they were PSG valued this brother at 170, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's another player that I don't think is that great that people are putting 100 million tags on. I know he's in a team that scored that won two Champions League they won a Champions League back to back, but that doesn't mean that this player specifically is worth 100 million. Do you know what I'm saying? But then again, PSG will turn around and say, well, the market, you know what I'm saying, this player's gone for that much, that player's gone for that much, so we think our player's worth that much. That's how it is, isn't it? But let me know what you guys think about the signing. Love for all the love. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Check out the Morgan Rogers videos here and some other videos that'll be popping up here. I'm out. Love.